But first at 5, an $11 million settlement and criminal charges filed against Hacienda HealthCare and 2 former executives.
Yeah, this is the company that runs the nursing home where an incapacitated woman was raped and then later gave birth. A male nurse is accused of being her attacker, but as ABC 15's Sonu Wasu tells us, today's big announcement from the Arizona Attorney General is all about the misuse of taxpayer money.
The Attorney General calls this a very complex investigation that has been going on for 2 years. They wanted to make sure they had a solid case.
We're dealing with multiple government agencies. We're dealing with a lot of money, and we're literally dealing with, someone that's a CEO and a CFO of a major corporation here in Arizona.
William Timmons, former CEO of Hacienda HealthCare, and his chief financial officer, Joseph O'Malley, now face a list of criminal charges for allegedly stealing taxpayer money to pad their own pockets. So basically, they gave themselves big fat raises and bonuses. Is that correct?
Yeah, these former officers, we alleged, basically took that money, took that taxpayer money, and enriched themselves, paid themselves elaborate bonuses, and basically, we allege, made millions of dollars.
Brnovich says the $11 million settlement will cover all the money allegedly stolen by these 2 men. This is something former director of the Department of Economic Security, Tim Jeffries, tells us he had red flagged several years ago. In a previous interview with ABC 15, Jeffries also described Timmons as a tough guy to deal with.
Timmons was intemperate, he was belligerent, he was abusive, he was a terror to our staff, and God only knows how to his staff.
Another reason state officials say the case took so long to piece together.
And the reality is we were not getting cooperation from government agencies, including DES. And so it's always very, very frustrating to us.
Other allegations include the use of a shell company that purchased cheap medical supplies, then resold those supplies to Hacienda with a huge markup. Hacienda then allegedly billed the state for those costs. Also, for vaccine vials, staff were allegedly told to reuse on patients multiple times, but the state billed as though a new vial was used each time. How much jail time are we talking for Timmons and O'Malley if found guilty?
Collectively, the sentence can run anywhere from probation to more than 30 years in prison.
A Hacienda HealthCare spokesperson sent us this statement saying their board took action when they learned of the allegations, including hiring forensic accountants to investigate the matter, also putting new measures in place to ensure financial transparency. The statement also says although the settlement is an extreme financial hardship for the company, quote, we agreed to it voluntarily because it's the right thing to do. You can read the full statement on abc15.com. Sonu Wasu, ABC 15, Arizona.
Sonu, thanks. Hacienda HealthCare has had a troubled history. You may remember back in December of 2018, that incapacitated woman gave birth to a baby boy, and the staff on hand had no idea. Investigators later accused a nurse of repeatedly raping the woman, who was not supposed to be left alone with a male employee. Victim's family is suing, and that lawsuit is currently pending. Friends have told ABC 15 the baby is now with family.